Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Sarah or Eclectiverse, and today we're going to be taking a look at a build that I did. It was a renovation of this horrible house in Glimmerbrook that I just had to fix up, and I hope you enjoy. So let's get right into it. So the first thing I want to point out is that, as you can see, there is no back door at the staircase in the back, which I guess the Sims team missed whenever they were actually making it live in the game. I don't know how you could miss something so important. I don't know if maybe it was a glitch or what the issue was, but yeah, there's no back door there. So we fixed that up later. We fixed that and it ends up looking really nice. Yeah, I don't know if maybe, I mean, surely the Sims team has like an editing team that goes in and makes sure everything looks right before they make it live, but I guess they missed it. I don't know. Or maybe it's an Easter egg or it glitched. I don't know how that works. But getting onto the actual build, as you can see here, I'm fixing up the back and giving it like a back porch. That was actually recommended in stream. Somebody, because this was a live stream, somebody actually said, oh, what if you like, it looks like it should have been a porch. And I was like, yes, let's make it a porch. So we made it a porch. And I think it looked really nice. I really struggled with what color to make the outside of the house, like what type of wall to use. And I ended up going with this like dark gray brick color, which I think turned out really good. And I missed just ignoring the front that there's like the white or cream on the sides. That's not supposed to be there. I was supposed to have gotten rid of that, and it goes away later. I realize it and I fix it. And then I ended up opening up the front porch and making it wider because it looks so lopsided having it on one side. Like, I know that is maybe like kind of an aesthetic, but it just didn't look right to me, so I just got rid of that completely and made it fully wide to fit the whole front of that portion of the house. And then I added in some columns so that the overhang in the front would actually have something to hold it up, because otherwise it's defying physics. But yes, so I put in some columns. And then the next thing I did was try to change the foundation, which I struggled a little bit with, but I ended up going with this color right here, which I think worked out really well. I think it ended up looking good. And then I went ahead and removed all of these horrible windows. I mean, the color of the windows, I don't know what it is about that particular like shade of the windows, like the coloring and the combination. It just looks horrible. I don't even know why they even made it to begin with, because there are other swatches of that same window that look so much better, like the stained glass ones, which I'm going to end up using later. Actually, you'll see that looks so beautiful, but they went with that horrible cream and like wood color, and I was just like, what made you think this was a good idea? Because I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing what the process was here, your thought process. I mean, it's a no for me. So like I said, here you can see that I'm putting in the stained glass windows in a few places. I really loved the stained glass windows. They are so pretty, and I'm so happy I ended up going with those, because I think it really kept the kind of like original idea of the house, but actually made it work, if that makes any sense. Actually made it cohesive in a way that was like actually attractive for a house. So yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. So as you can see, I decided not to really change the layout of the house at all. So I didn't change the foundation a lot besides the back porch. I didn't do any like changes too much to the roofing or anything. I just changed the color of the roof. But I really wanted to keep it the same, so it was the same on the inside for the most part, so I could kind of work with what the Sims team had in there to begin with, or the room shapes that they had to begin with, although I did change a little bit on the inside. But I ended up doing that. I didn't want to change too much. Also because I had a limited amount of time because I was streaming. I didn't want to get into it and it ended up being on stream for 4 hours. Because I do have a life and I do have things that I have to do, like homework and stuff. So yeah, that is why I didn't actually change the foundations. And now we are getting inside of the build, and this is a really fun part. I really enjoyed changing the inside a whole lot. Downstairs, that room you see that has the child's room, I got rid of that. I was like, why is there just a random child's room in here? That doesn't really match with what the rest of the downstairs is. It just seemed odd to me. So I got rid of that. I started over. I laid down new flooring, which I think the tile looks really good. I wasn't sure what kind of flooring to go with because I'm not really super familiar with this style of like regal type of builds. So I've done mansions before, but normally they were more like the style that you would see hardwood flooring in. So this was kind of different for me. So I kind of struggled with finding a flooring, but I think the tile worked out pretty well. I think. Let me know. And the living room, oh my god. Okay, so I ended up going with a like really big like white and gold theme throughout the house, at least downstairs. You'll notice I also do the same thing in the kitchen. Yeah, I don't know how I ended up going with that. I think because the wallpaper is kind of a gold and then the trim is like a white. And that is how I ended up deciding that I wanted to go with the gold and white. And I think it ended up turning out really good. I think it was really pretty. And you can see here, I did basically the same thing in the dining room, which is just kind of off of the living room. And I ended up also adding downstairs a study area. Oh, and I struggled so hard finding a plant to put in that corner. It took me like 15 minutes. Why? Why did it take so long? That is so weird. And then I went ahead and put in some curtains in the dining room and the living room. And I don't know why, but I feel like I don't have a whole lot of packs, but the packs that I do have, I feel like the curtains are just so bad, if that makes any sense. Like, they just are not attractive. And then, like I said, I put in a little study down here by the bathroom across from the dining room. I had fun with this. I really liked the little study area, and I didn't realize that the bathroom door was right behind that easel, so I ended up having to move that later, but it all worked out in the end, so it's okay. And yes, I did end up giving them like basically like an oil lamp next to a like super modern laptop, like, or a super modern computer. So it's like, why do you have like a super modern computer but you need an oil lamp? Don't worry about it. It's the aesthetic, okay? It's the aesthetic. Just don't worry about it. And of course, then I realized that I hadn't colored the stairs, so the wallpaper on the stairs, so I did that. And then we moved into the kitchen. Yay! Oh my god, this wallpaper in the kitchen is awful. Who thought that was a good idea? That is definitely, you can see the same wallpaper in the bathroom. Why would you use a wallpaper that you would use in the bathroom in the kitchen? What? Yeah, we're not gonna get into that. But as you can see, I did a white and gold like kind of theme in the kitchen, and I think it turned out really well. I think it looked really nice. And I used basically just white walls with a little bit of trim at the bottom in there as well, just because I wanted to brighten it up a little bit. And oh, I love the yellow lights that I use in there. I really think it gives it more of a like traditional feel, less of a like modern. So I think it ended up looking really put together. And thank God I changed the walls in the bathroom as well, because I don't know, something about that wallpaper just bothers me. I just hate it. I hate it. I have a vendetta against that wallpaper. It's a no for me. And I also did the same kind of white and gold theme in that bathroom. And then we moved upstairs. We got rid of everything. It's all gone. And we started fresh. I changed the wallpaper upstairs. I also end up changing those doors. Yeah, because that door color just does not go with the aesthetic. And then I decided to go with a red theme in the toddler room. So I don't really know why I ended up going with a red theme, but I think it ended up looking really nice. And I had a whole bunch of toddler stuff, so they would have a whole bunch of stuff to do, you know, a little iPad and or tablet and bookcase and some toy boxes, so they have a lot to play with. Of course, I then decided to put candles in the toddler room, which seems pretty stupid. And I think even at the time, whenever I was doing it, I was like, this is a hazard, but we're gonna do it anyway. So it's for the aesthetic. It's for the aesthetic, okay? So then I moved on to the master bedroom, and I put a fireplace in there. And I actually think I really liked the aesthetic of like a big fireplace in the master bedroom. I think I would love to have a fireplace in my bedroom. Of course, is that ever gonna happen? Probably not. Also, since the bedroom was carpeting, that's probably like a huge hazard. Although in my house growing up, we did have carpeting in our living room where we had the fireplace, because I distinctly remember there are like burn marks in the carpeting from where coals or like sparks had jumped out and like landed on the carpeting. And I'm like, even at my young age, I was like, this seems dangerous somehow. And now we're moving on to the upstairs bathroom, which I don't know, I think it turned out okay. And then I ended up going into the hallway and doing some minor adjustments. I really didn't add a whole lot. I probably could have added an accent table, but I decided not to. After that, I was done, and I think it turned out great. You guys let me know what you think. I had a lot of fun doing this build, and like I said, I did do this on Twitch, so if you would like to watch me on Twitch, I stream at 7 p.m. CST every Saturday evening. So if you want to watch me stream, I will put a link to my Twitch down in the description box. I also upload to YouTube every Friday, so be sure to subscribe if you want some more Sims 4 content. And I will see you next week. Thank you for stopping by. Bye!